Alrighty, y'all. Hello and welcome to Parking Fails. These are going to be mostly European clips. We'll have a couple surprise clips in here from around the world as well. Should be entertaining. We've looked at this kind of stuff before, and yeah, it's good for a few laughs. I freaking love it, honestly. Parking in Europe is really intimidating because you do have smaller cars on one hand, so that's usually good. But the roads are narrow. Spots can be tight, so it still takes some skill, and unfortunately not everyone has that driving confidence. Also, side note, you see all the green, it is St. Patrick's Day, so I hope you're having an awesome day. If you are celebrating, let's get straight into this. Alrighty, first clip. I think we're in the Netherlands. They have the yellow plates, right? Plus we see a guy on a bicycle. Kind of gives it away. And maybe this person might be wishing they took a bicycle today, because I have a feeling this is not going to go well. Also, you do have to be careful with the people cycling there. Don't want to be looking behind you and roll forward into someone. So the pressure's on. Now, first impressions, this spot looks absolutely huge. This should be easy. Like, no offense. This should be extremely easy. And they're in a small hatchback. It's not like this car is huge. Looks like an Opel. What are they doing? Okay, they're trying again. Fair enough. Reset. Okay, now pull it back. Cut the wheel to the left. And then pull forward and you're good. You're good to roll. They got all the room in the world. They even got the helicopter. Maybe it's the news coming to watch a live feed. Can't believe how many bicycles are going by on this random road. Literally more bicycles in the last minute than you would see around me in probably a 6-hour span. Now this is funny to see because I know the average driver in a lot of countries is probably better than the U.S. And this could also be a tourist. It could be someone young. It could be whatever, right? But still, it is what it is. There are still bad drivers everywhere, even in the best driving countries that we usually see. So it's kind of a good reminder as well. Okay, not bad. I mean, you're sticking out a little bit. I would have tucked it in, perhaps. A little more than that, but, you know, if that's as good as it's going to get, it's as good as it's going to get. Okay, we're still going here with the door open. At least they're getting guidance now. Okay, now crank the wheel over. That didn't turn out right. Oh my God, please someone help. Let me get in there. I'll fix it for you. I'll fix it in like under 10 seconds. Okay, not the best technique, but at this point, we'll take what we can get. They might be able to fix this here. Okay, now crank the wheel to the left. And then come back as far as you can, and then crank the wheel to the right and pull forward. Come on. Okay, crank the wheel to the right. Oh, the wind is kicking up. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. Only took about 4 minutes. Okay, right off the bat, we have a smart car. I know that's a smart car. That should be the easiest car ever to park. Look at how small it is. Look at how massive the spot is. Come on. Don't tell me they can't park this. Some people, I don't know how they get licenses. I don't. That goes for anywhere. It goes for here as well. If you can't park this car, oh my God. Also, who is recording? Are they on the treadmill or something? Keep the camera still. I apologize for the shaking. I can't help it. I can't do anything about it. We're at the mercy of whoever's behind the cam in this one. At least we get some dialogue and some laughter.
Die denkt dat hij met een keigrote auto rijdt, jongen. Zeker nog een meter.
Guys, how is this possible right now?
Allee, jongen.
That is the smallest freaking car ever. How are you not... Just... Even by accident, how is that not slipping in there?
Volgens mij gaat het beat ook gewoon opgeven.
They have the ass end sticking out. Like, just pull it all the way out and then pull in. Like, it could not be easier. I promise. You know, look, I get that cars or driving isn't everyone's cup of tea, right? Not everyone's into it. Not everyone might, you know, not everyone likes it. Maybe people aren't confident behind the wheel as some other people. And that's fine. That's what makes the world go round, right? We're all different. But if you're this level of having this much trouble behind the wheel, that's kind of a concern. Do you really need to be driving around? Like, is your license valid?
Oh, maar die zitten met twee in de auto.
Oh, man. You know, look, at this point, look at that car. That thing is small. That thing is lightweight, right? Can't they just push the back end in? Can't they just skid it in? This is horrible. Fast forwarding in the video, she got help and decided, you know what? I can't fit. And then, as you see, she made a grand, well, I guess you could call it exit of shame.
Ja, zie hoe grote pluts en zie nog dat auto ook.
We're off to find a bigger spot for our smart car. Alrighty, let's see what this one's about. This is one of those small Fords that I've never heard of, but I always point out in videos because it cracks me up how freaking dorky and small this car is. Not a Ford we had here in the States, that's for sure. But, yet again, this should be easier than anything to park. This is about, like, barely bigger than a smart car. This thing should be no problem. It's bright yellow as well. It's like a little slice of cheese running down the roadway. The audio's a little sharp on this, so I'm turning it down. I'm not exactly sure what they're going for. Are they just trying to pull on the side of the road? Like park on the side of the road, perhaps? Kind of like that black car over there is? Because what would be the problem, right? Alrighty. Perhaps they're giving up already. But wait, they're coming back. Holy crap, they're in the bushes. They're running over the landscaping. And they're just having a blast. All you can do is laugh, right?
My blue band.
You know, I'd like to always be fair. I'm a fair person. I'm open-minded. You know this, right? I love everyone equally, but man, the whole, stereotype or meme about women drivers not being up to par sometimes, people think this isn't helping. Come on, this isn't helping. Oh my God, the car's lunging forward. The poor plants over here are just getting squashed and almost had a burnout performed over them. Perhaps this guy is stepping in to save the day. I don't know what was happening there. If the car is just supposed to pull off the road into this kind of side spot like that black car over there is, I mean, to me, this is twice as easy as parallel parking in between cars. Okay, now to be fair, this is still a small, like, kind of van type vehicle. But let's be real, this is a tight spot. I'm not exactly sure where we were at for this one either. It doesn't say. But it's definitely not the U.S., I'll say that. Either way, let's be fair here. This one looks difficult. I, as a confident, experienced driver, I would be a little bit intimidated by this one because this car, this van here, you know, isn't big or anything, but it does seem to be on the limit of, like, is it too big for this spot? Right? This spot looks to be, at least from our angle here, pretty damn tight. So let's see what happens. I think this is doable, but it would be a tight squeeze. The other ones we've watched are just embarrassing. This one is like, okay, I could see how this would be hard. But as expected, it's not going well. They also have traffic to watch out for. So that's always fun, putting on the pressure. Okay, so they're starting too close over here. They're cutting the wheel, and they're kind of coming way out. And they're not turning in this way, so the front end kind of slips in here. They're not timing it right. So look, yeah, this is not working out. They need to come forward more, crank the wheel earlier so they can slip in and tuck the front end right behind here instead of have the front end pointing way out here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Yeah, that's not working. See, they're going to end up way out here. Oh, now they did the opposite. Now they did crank it early, but too early. Now they're literally kissing this car, and they're not tucked into the spot at all. Oh, this is good. I'm going to assume, being that most of these are from Europe and anywhere really overseas from here, I'm going to assume a good percentage of these cars are manual transmissions, which just adds to the difficulty level. See, it seems like they're fidgeting with something in there. I think it's the gear shift, right? I'm going to assume this is a manual set, and maybe they're not sure even how to use that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But this is not working. I think they need to, this one, in all honesty, I think they need to swallow their pride here, and they need to give up and find a different spot. Because this one is tight, and they're coming dangerously close to these cars, which I realize is not a big deal if you do a little tap, but still, it's not looking good. This is not looking good at all. And there you have it. They gave up. Alrighty, let's see what this one's about. What are they trying to do? God, that looks like an old car. I know it's grainy footage, too. Serious bonus points for anyone in the comments that can somewhat accurately guess what kind of car this is. I would guess 80s or early 90s looking hatchback. Looks like a 3-door, right? 2 doors and then the door in the back. But boy, oh boy, are they having trouble driving this thing. I think they're trying to maybe park it here. Right here in this spot. Oh my God. They need to go up there, turn to the right, the nose, and then crank the wheel to the left and slide the rear of the car right in here, and then boom, they're good to go. For some reason, they're not doing it that way. They're doing it exact opposite, actually. They also have this gate in the buildings and the car behind to worry about. And again, it's just not good. They just left it. I love it. Screw it. Good enough. Sorry, but look at this spot. It's absolutely huge. This should be easy as can be. Come on. I have faith in you. Let's go. Look at how easy this is. They're already almost in there. Oh, these are hilarious to watch. They're like really equally frustrating to watch. They're also equally hilarious and entertaining to watch. They're also educational. It's basically what not to do when parallel parking or parking in general. Just do the opposite of what these people are doing, and you should be all right. It's like, come on, right? I don't even know how they manage to mess up sometimes. Okay, he's going for one more adjustment. Okay, crank the wheel, turn towards the curb. Bravo. Got it. Hey, could it have been a little quicker? Yeah. Could it have been a lot quicker? Yeah. But they did it. So, you know what? A pass is a pass. Well, now for a culture shock. This is indeed in the U.S. in very intimidating to drive New York City. And I can think about the worst vehicle you could ever have in a crowded city like New York would be a big Chevy or GMC Suburban. That's what this person has. If you didn't know, that's about one of the biggest SUVs you can get. It's extremely long, large, heavy, bad steering radius, the whole 9 yards. I've had multiple of these. I do like these. They're big and spacious and comfy, but they are not pleasant to park. Let's see what this is like. Total contrast to all the small hatchbacks we've been seeing. Oh, it cut. Okay, so this is, I don't know if this is gonna work. It's gonna take some sorcery to get this in here, I think. Because this ain't gonna happen right here. Yeah, they're sticking out.
Stop!
Holy smokes. Yeah, this ain't happening, I don't think. I would never, ever want to drive a huge truck-based SUV like that in New York City or downtown Chicago, anywhere downtown. Even here in the U.S., there's not enough space for that. You need something smaller. Out in the countryside and out in, suburbia, this is, that truck is fine. But in a proper downtown big city, you gotta actually think more like European size. Like, you don't have room for this type of stuff. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get this in there. It looks like he's barely making progress. He's also having to literally tap the car in front and the rear. The funny part is, if he manages to sneak this in here, it's gonna be just as much of a nightmare and take a long time to get it out. Pending that, one of the cars behind him or in front of him don't leave in the time they're gone. It's just not a good scenario. I mean, to be honest, they're giving it a good try. I mean, they're determined to get this thing in there for some reason, and I mean, more power to them. If you want to drive a huge Suburban in a crowded urban environment like this and try and parallel park it, I got no problem. More power to you. I couldn't do it. And I'm saying this as a, I'm a truck guy. Like, I like big trucks. I'm still an American. Like, I like American big vehicles like this as much as I like learning about other ones. I'm kind of into everything. I'm a freak like that with cars. I like a lot of different things. Even though I like vehicles like this, I'm realistic. I'm aware of their, not great characteristics. They may do some things well as not, be horrible for other things, like parking and the size being too big. I guess they got it in there. It looks to me, I mean, we can't see, but if you kind of see the gap, it looks to me like their rear wheels are against the curb, so nice and tucked in. But of course, it does look like it's at an angle, and he can't seem to get it in there anymore. So did he get it in there? Yes. Is it a great job? No. And do they have any room? No. If the Toyota right here, this Toyota Highlander in front of him needs to open the trunk, they're screwed. So, all right, look at this one. Looks like an absolute nightmare. I think we're back in Europe for this one somewhere. They're in a really tight spot here because we have a lamppost and a car, another car. I actually don't know how they got the car in this position. This is kind of stellar. How on earth? Oh, what did that say? Is that Spanish or Portuguese? I think it's Spanish. What is happening? Maybe it's Italian. I don't know. I didn't look. I'm kind of amazed that this car is in this position to begin with. And I don't think they're going to be able to get out. Unless they do like a 90-point turn. Okay, you know what? I'm impressed. They're making progress. They're having to do a lot of muscle work in there. They move like literally an inch, and then they got to crank the wheel, move back, do it again, do it again. Look at this. I'm amazed, though. That might have been the worst one all video because they were literally pinned in there. All right, ending it on a banger here. You're going to want to see this one. Now, I don't know if anyone wants to add context if they're able to figure it out, because I don't see it in the description. I don't know why, but we have this road that's like next to a really busy road, but this is like a road right next to the water, and it's like less busy. These cars stopped, and we can't see what's in front of them, obviously, from our point of view, but they're all turning around for some reason. And let's see how they do it. So the black car, they pull over, they back up, they get it. So they get a proper, like, 3-point turn or whatever. Not a bad deal. As you can see, I mean, this is a beautiful area too. Not quite enough room to do a proper, one swooping U-turn, but a 3-point turn, they're all set. So the blue car, the black car, they have no issues with this. Okay, now these poor women here, I have a feeling in this Citroen, well, I have a feeling it's not going to go as well. The other cars are already off. They're already on their way. And here we are. Oh, these are so hard to watch. I love them. But they're so like, what are you thinking, right? Again, this is not even a big car. This car should be easy to maneuver. Maybe we'll have more luck down here. Yeah, maybe the road was too narrow a few meters behind them there. We have another car coming, so the pressure's on now, isn't it? They already have all of us watching. But now they're going to have a motorist waiting for them. Hopefully, they're the patient type. Okay, here we go. We got some progress. Oh, back into the barrier there. Not a big deal, right? It'll buff out. Pressure's on. Come on. You better get going. You don't want to impede the motorist there. And they're like, you know what? I'm out. I'll take the other way. And just like that, they're off. Look at that. I love it. I love the zoom in on them. Showing them how it's done. Okay, that's check. Still sideways. We managed to get it 90 degrees turned, right? Let's go the full 180, right? Why can we get 90 but not the next 90, right? We got the first 90. Now turn it 90 degrees more. And you're off. Oh my God. Crank it to the right, put it in reverse. Go literally just a couple, what are we using here? Meters? Go a couple meters back. Crank it to the left, pull forward, go about your day. Come on, I believe in you. Maybe they're just having a bad day. This is all for good fun and laughs and slightly educational. I'm sure these people are wonderful people that we've seen today. They made it. That was rough. We're going to end it with this one. We're back in the U.S. for this one. So, you know, sharing the love here. We have an Audi. I love Audis, but doesn't mean all the drivers of Audis are great. I think we're going to prove that here. It looks to be in Texas, judging from the license plates.
Go ahead. This is his 5th attempt.
5th attempt we're picking up at. Think about that. 5th attempt. It looks to be a pretty decent sized spot.
S6.
Okay, it's a nice car, too. S6.
Which is an awesome car.
Don't be scratching it up.
Is he gonna do it?
Wow, he's way too far out.
Yeah.
Oh, here he goes again. He's probably gonna try again.
He's gonna leave it out far, I bet. Just because he can't get it any closer.
I love how these people are just standing in the aisle in their car watching this.
Oh,
here he goes
Oh,
again.
no.
Number 6. There you go. There's like 3 spots on the left there. You can just go.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by that too. If you look, you can see that there appears to be, you know, American style. You just pull into the spot here. These look easy. Like, let's go, right? Park right next to the Mercedes there, or it looks to be 2 spots down there by the Honda Fit hatchback. What's wrong with those,
He
right?
put his
Just pull it in there.
But he's insisting
Like, why
on
are we
parallel
choosing
parking.
the parallel parking spot when
He's been going
clearly
on for like
they're not able to do it, right? Let's go with the easier, quicker method here.
Oh, now he's
Go.
totally
Wow, what is this? What is going on?
Oh, now he hit the curb. All right.
Oh boy,
Oh, this is great.
this is good.
Try number 7.
Here he goes.
Can it get any worse?
Oh, he's cutting it so deep. Look how he's cutting it. Oh, no, not gonna do it, bud. You better go back to driving school. Just park in the regular spot over
Now,
there, dude.
I can't speak for the other clips in the other
So many
countries,
spots
right?
over
I don't know
here.
what the context is, but they're pretty bad.
Just
I will say for the U.S.,
keeps trying.
depends on where you're at, but a lot of places, you're basically getting your license from a cereal box. I mean, you have to take a written test that's usually on the computer. Okay, so that makes sense. That's pretty thorough. I think like 30, 35 questions. That should be standard, right? And that is. Now, when it comes to the driving test portion, it really does depend. I've heard of some people having a really thorough kind of, you know, quite difficult test, but that's been on the rare side from what I've heard. I've heard a lot of people, including myself, their experiences were quick. My driver's test, you know, in particular was very easy. No parallel parking. I had to pull in a driveway and then back out. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets, right? You know, I basically drove around the block. There was really nothing to it. I think the driving portion of the test was approximately 5 or 6 minutes. It was quick, and then voila, I got my license when I was 16. Yeah.
He didn't get it.
Sometimes I feel like that shows. If people don't take driving seriously and they're able to kind of
No.
coast through driver's ed and
Turn the.
get their license,
Hit the curb.
sometimes it just reflects really badly out on the streets.
He's out. He's out.
They're out. They
He's
gave up.
gone.
What was it? 8 and done? 9 and done? I lost count.
He gave
And
up.
they're not parking over here either. Maybe they're just going all together. They're going home.
I'm gonna go park.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be hilarious if they take the spot.
It's pretty tight. I mean, for an SUV.
He has a small car and he still couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Yeah, it should have been easy in that Audi. It's not like a huge car.
Let's see if I can get
They're in a bigger vehicle, at least it looks to be, somewhat.
I hope
Maybe
it's
like a
not-
compact or a midsize SUV.
It's very tight, actually.
Be actually pretty funny if they couldn't do it either, though.
Is that him?
Yeah.
You took it. Oh.
Are they
one
gonna be able to
try.
do
It is
it?
very tight, but it's not.
There he is.
He's going around. He's like, all right, that's my spot.
They did. They were able to sneak it in. Yeah, not bad.
Wasn't that hard.
You got it with an SUV.
Yeah.
You couldn't get it with the sedan.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna cut it there. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I love doing these every once in a while. These never get old. Very educational. Tell me your thoughts on parallel parking and just parking in general. Do you find it easy? Do you have some troubles? Because that's okay. I think we all have certain days where you can face challenges like this. Not everyone's perfect. I'm not sitting here laughing like I'm the driving mecca of the world. Of course not. But I do have confidence I would do better than pretty much all the examples shown today. At least I'd like to think so. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate you watching. Hope you're having an awesome day. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all, stay safe out there. I'll catch you later.